Hi, this is Elizabeth and welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a story time collab and it's hosted by Loves Collabs group, and the idea for this collab came from Susan Cox. I will have links to the collab group as well as the playlist for everyone and a list to Susan Cox's channel. The topic is not most embarrassing, but an embarrassing moment. I have so many to choose from, unfortunately. Although I do intend to keep sharing them with you, so, fodder for my channel. This one is embarrassing and it's also kind of gross, so fair warning. And it happened many, many, many years ago when I was 24. So that's a long, long time ago. And I was working at a company and I was a marketing assistant, and my desk was outside of an office of everyone. All the VPs had their offices with doors along where the windows were, and then all of us assistants were in the interior of the building, and we each had a wall that was adjacent to us to give us semi-privacy, whatever. Anyway, while I worked there, I had this horrible, horrible ear infection. I could not hear out of this ear at all for like 4 months. And in fact, my ear, around my ear was so swollen, it was like I didn't even have an ear. It was just like a big bump on the side of my head. And it was very painful. And I was really afraid I was going to lose my hearing. And I took antibiotics. I can't tell you how many ear cleanings. And it just got worse and worse and worse. Well, I worked with this one person he wasn't really my boss, but he was the person that like supervised me, in the sense that if I called in sick or if I had an emergency, I would go to him. And he always wore this horrible cologne that made me sneeze. And I think he did it on purpose because he had this thing. He was very horrible to women, let's just put it that way. But I think he did it because he thought it was funny that it made me sneeze all the time. Well, while I had this infection, couldn't hear, he came up and was doused in this cologne. And I sneezed the biggest sneeze I have ever sneezed in my entire life. I mean, it was so powerful, and I heard this pop, like loud, like it sounded like a firework. And then I felt intense relief in my ear. And all I could think of was, first of all, that was no more pain, instant, but I could hear. And it actually hurt because I hadn't heard for so long, and it actually hurt. But I looked up, and this guy's face was priceless. This is the look he had in his face. And he was pointing to the wall that was adjacent to this ear. And I turned and I looked, and everything that had been in here had shot out of my ear and flew onto the wall and stuck, and parts of it were running. It was literally, I would say, excuse you, Dominic, I'm making a video. He can't hear me, he has headphones on. Talk about timing. So I look, and it was about like a 12 by 12 painting. Let's put it like that, something like that. And it was, you wouldn't believe like all that could have been in here. And so I was so jubilant that it was gross and everything, but I wasn't embarrassed at first. And then he called everyone over to look at it. And I was really upset because I started cleaning up, and he got in between me and the wall, which that's a whole, like I said, manpower trip thing. And it really made me mad because, you know, it's my stuff. I want to clean it up. I don't want everyone to have to see it. It was because it was really gross. And a little foul as well, just to put it mildly. So I was, you know, a little upset with him. And he called everyone over. He got between me and the wall. He wouldn't let me clean it. Now, I was only 24. I'll tell you right now, if it happened today, I'd be like, you better move over, MFer, because I'm cleaning that crap up. I don't let everyone see it. But I was 24 and kind of intimidated. This was a big, huge, major company that I thought at the time I was going to have a career at. And, you know, he was a huge bigwig there. So, you know, I let him do it. But I won it today. Anyway, that is today's embarrassing story. I have more. Not all of them involve bodily fluids, but unfortunately some do. So, don't forget to look at the other videos in the playlist and check out Susan Cox's channel. And thank you for watching. Bye for now.